Are we live? Mr. YouTube, tell me, are we live? Are we live, Mr. YouTube? YouTube. Switch account. We are live. Alright, cool. Alright. Sound working? Show me that sound. Sound's working. Alright, we're good. Cool. Sweet. Get some caffeine. Alright. What do we got? Today, AOS 3.0 came out. Today is the release after a 2-week pre-order window of waiting hell. Today is the release of 3.0 Age of Sigmar. I did not like this box set when I first saw it. And it grew on me because I'm a bitch for box sets. Because you get so many things and you have so much room for activities. But there it is. The Dominion box set. Everyone and their brother seems to have got it early. I got mine from the game shop this morning. I went and picked it up after a very nice lunch at Liliha Bakery. I went and picked it up from my game shop called Other Realms in Honolulu. And here she is, looking pretty. And what? No, there we go. Double view. So you can see. So, we have a very nice... Hello! How's it going? We have a very nice view of a very angry golden man. Looking like fucking hedonist bot over here. But his face is also a face. And then his shield is a face. And then his knee pad is a face. And his face is a face. And, yeah, that's a thing. So, there he is, looking like hedonist bot. On the back, you can see what's in it. We get two big fancy centerpiece minis. One with this lady with like some bitchin' hair and a big ass spear, and one with a angry looking green man riding what looks like a war chihuahua. Actually, I love both these minis. I pick on them, but they're great. And then we can see everything inside. So inside we're gonna get 2 units of, well, we'll do that when I have a better way to show it off than this back of this box thing. So, all right, so let's crack this sucker open. Ugh. Ooh, new box set. God, I'm such a fucking bitch for box sets. Even like I don't play either of these armies. I don't. But like, I love box sets. I do. One of the nice things about this, this is a pretty expensive box set. This is a $190 box set, but you are going to get close to 3,000 points, about 1,500-ish points of each side. That's not exact. It's not exactly 1,500 points. You get like 1,300 of one and like 1120 of the other, something like that. So you're going to get over 1,000 points of each one, plus the rulebook and all that gubbins. The rulebook by itself is like $60. So yeah, so you're basically paying like $130 for 2 like 1,000 point plus armies. That's a hell of a deal. So. Plus, like I said, I'm a bitch for box sets. Alright. Boom. Spin it around. See what we got. It's so shiny. Oh. Ooh. That's cool as shit. Got a cool piece of fancy art there. Of, some war somewhere. Stormcast fighting a guy with a very pointy helmet. He's stepping on this poor grot. Maybe the grot's into it. I don't know. I hope so. Otherwise, he's having a bad time. In the back, we just have a big Age of Sigmar thing. It would have been cool if on the back there was like pictures of other models and stuff. I really liked when they did that for Necromunda. I thought that was really cool for Necromunda. All right, see what we got. We've got a fucking shit ton of plastic. Okay. Let me swap to the other cam. Just gonna slide this over there. We're gonna swap to the other cam. Boom, so we can look at these a little better. Okay. So this appears to be... That guy's spear's a little bent. I'll have to fix that. This appears to be the Stormcast Bros with spears. So I believe we get 10 of these, and I believe we get enough to make 2 units out of them, which is pretty sweet. So we've got some shields, we've got a bunch of spears, and that's pretty sweet. They look a little weirdly cut, like that one's cut really weird. But yeah, and it looks like the spear bent a little. So I'll have to straighten that out later. But yeah, pretty cool. So this looks like none of these are duplicates, they're all different. But like you could put that in a little box by itself. It's like boom, and then you have your troops right there. Alright, see what else we got. Do we have another set of those? Are these the same? Ichi-san, Yon, go. Yes, okay. Alright, so you get two of this weird triple runner here. They go off to the side there. So you get 2 of that, so you get 10 of those guys, so 2 units of 5 or 1 big unit of 10. Then we've got some little grots. These are technically hob grots, so they're slightly bigger and beefier than a normal grot. These are actually one of the models that had me on the fence for the Dominion release. Because I don't know, I was not super into these when I saw them. I've seen some people paint them up since then and actually make some really cool stuff out of them. So I think I have hope to make something really awesome out of them. But I was not a big fan of how they got painted on the box. And then this is a duplicate of that. So you get 2 of these. So it should be... I think it's 2 units of 10, so I think you get 20 of these. 20 of these little stabby bastards. Which is pretty cool. Sorry, you can't see that all the way there. But yeah, there's our 2 units of 10 hobgrots. Then we've got these bros with... You get 4 of these? I thought you got 3 of these. Oh, I guess you get 4. Okay. We've got these guys with the halberds. These are like protection units. So like you can offset wounds and stuff to these guys from the regular ones. They're pretty cool. They've all got like flowy cape action. That's the motion for flowy capes. They've all got like flowy cape action and these big ass halberds and stuff. They're pretty cool. I thought you got 3 of them, but it looks like there's 4 in here. Unless one of the guys is dual wielding halberds, at which point he's a super badass. That's pretty legit. It's a character in Dynasty Warriors that dual wielded halberds. That dude is cool. Alright, see what we got here. We've got the shaman guy in the quote-unquote pot grot. There's this the big skull goes on his back, and all of the like gubbins that can also go on his back. And then on this side, we have the dude that comes with the dog. So this guy's like each one of these is like a double model. So basically, you get 2 bases for it. And the extra model, like the dog or the pot grot, they essentially are like a marker for your ability to do something in the game. Usually shrug off a wound. You can usually push a wound onto them instead of how you go into the character. So this guy's on his own little runner here. When this guy gets sold out or part out by himself, that's just how he'll come, just completely like that. But he's got this nice little doggo. His doggo looks a little small compared to like... Oh, sorry. Stop. This doggo looks a little small compared to the regular doggos, but not that much smaller, because this is a regular doggo for the Stormcast. So he's not that much smaller. He's a little boy. He's still a good boy though. They all are. So that's the dude with the dog, and then we have the people with the pot grot. The person, I don't actually know the genders of orcs because I don't really have them. But I like the big skull is cool. Actually, this is actually something I didn't like originally, was having the big skull backpack, but I think it grew on me. But he's got a very Gul'dan look to him, which is pretty neat. Alright, need more caffeine. Okay. What do we got here? We got a big Mama Jama orc. There he is right there. This is like the combat orc leader. And he has a little stabby boy. The little stabby boy does attacks, or you can offset attacks onto him. That's how a lot of these like additional sort of like support kind of models work. Which is pretty cool. And then we have this casting person. Are they a lady? I don't know. It's hard to tell with the Stormcast, just like it's hard to tell with the orcs. The orcs, they don't actually have gender, so it doesn't really matter. But like, the Stormcast were technically people before, so technically they have sexes, so they're like dimorphic, but really they're like lightning elementals. I don't know. Stormcasts are weird. Anyway, I think it's a lady. And she's like some kind of fancy caster. To be honest, this is actually one of my least favorite models in the whole set. It comes with this weird like featureless mask, which is kind of cool, but like if you're not going to do that for all the Stormcasts, it just looks like that one's like a edgy weirdo, and I'm not into it. Yeah, so I'm not super into this model, but these guys 100% super cool orc battle boss there. And again, come on. When they get sold separate, they'll just be like this. Boom, boom, and you'll just buy that. Probably in some kind of starter set in like a month or two, I assume. Alright, what do we got here? We got the Sticka Boys or something like that. Slitta Boys or something they're called. These are basically... this box set really likes spears. Every motherfucker has spears in this box set. This is like Age of Spearmar. So like everybody in this goddamn box set has fucking spears. So of course the orcs also have spears. They also have these really cool face shields, which are a lot of fun. They're super cuties. Look at that one. He's like, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, you got some cutie ones in there for sure. Look at this guy here with his tusks, being like, "Hey guys, what's up?" I like that. That's good. It's good shit. But Age of Spearmar here. This is just the orcs with spears, sort of similar to how we had the Stormcast with spears. Same thing, but these ones are orcs. One thing that I actually really like. So I didn't like the look of these orcs at first, but one of the things that really made them grow on me was the fact they have these sort of longer body proportions. You can see it really well in this guy. They have these really long, like, center bodies. Like, compared to, like, what a normal human would have. And I think that's really cool. It gives them a different kind of, like, look than what they normally have. Or, like, what, like, a normal proportion person would have. Like, they have, like, these longer kind of torsos. And I think it looks really cool. It's one of the big things that sold me on these guys, actually. Alright, we're going to look at those last. Okay. This is a weird runner. I'm going to be straight up here. There's a lot of models on this runner. A lot of models that I really expected to be sold separately. But I guess since they're on this runner, they're not going to do that. Unless they go into like a start collecting set, maybe. Yeah, weird. Okay. So what do you have on here? You have a guy with a banner. It's a big, really fancy banner. You've got the 3 big, heavy chunguses. These are like really big support guys. The guys with the shields here. It's the guys on the front of the box. You get 3 of those, 1 that has like a lion torso, and 2 that are like his support guys. Excuse me while I scratch my ear. It itches like a motherfucker. So you've got those, and then you also have the big centerpiece model on the same runner. And there's no way to break this in half. So that's kind of weird. That they're sort of separate like that. But here's the big centerpiece lady. She is a beautiful, beautiful model. And she's like standing on this big like broken piece of ground with these huge fucking bird wings that are gorgeous. And the most important thing right there, she's got that squirrel. I'm trying to get you to see the squirrel. Sam, look at him. There's like a monster squirrel in the tree. Best fucking add-on to a base ever. Monster squirrel, 10 out of 10. We'll always buy. Pretty good. So you got all these shields. But yeah, it's really weird that there's essentially 5 models on this runner and no way to part them out. I thought for sure Yndrasa, the lady with the big wings, she would be parted out as a separate model. But I guess that's not going to be the case. Well, that makes me triply happy that I bought this box set then. Because that means they'll come out in like a Yndrasta's Order box set. Direct order from GW. It'll be like $90. So really happy I grabbed that then. Wow, same thing here. Okay, weird. This is the other HQs and the Bolt Boys and the big like war chihuahua thing. Okay. So you can see this big banner here. And then these guys here, these are the Bolt Boys. They're basically guys with crossbows. They're basically guys with crossbows. Yes, I too love the Chunguses. And I'm really excited to build the Birdwing lady. I have no idea how I'm going to build her and paint her, but she's gorgeous. Awesome, beautiful mini. But these guys, they have these big crossbows that basically fire spears, because everything in this box set has fucking spears, because it's the age of spearcraft. So you get 3 of these guys that have the spear launchers. You get a guy. Here's part of his body. There's his banner. Down here we have his shield. You get this other guy, and he's another like HQ kind of support character. Really cool model. I'm genuinely really shocked he's not on his own runner and not going to be sold separately. And then over here we have the big war chihuahua, who is gorgeous, right? He is an awesome big chunky dog. You can see his modesty crotch fluff, who you can see he also has a fucking spear. Big chunky like dog monster. I'm gonna paint mine bright red like a monster from Monster Hunter. Really cool model. I'm really shocked these aren't being sold separately. I know the Bolt Boys, they have their own box coming out with a bunch of options in it, which is going to be pretty sweet, because I only have one Age of Sigmar army that's painted and ready to play right now. I like the idea of having an army with a little bit of shooting in it. I think that sounds pretty cool. So doing Oryx with some Bolt Boys I think is pretty neat. But yeah, I have a lot of Warcry forces that like I could turn into armies with like a box or 2, but that they're not full-fledged armies yet. Anyway, also Warcry best game ever, just saying. Yeah, this guy better get Warcry rules. That'd be so fucking legit. Big dog monster terrorizing his way around the board. So fucking cool. Anyway, yeah, so these 2 runners, these very much feel unique. Maybe they'll get broken out and sold out like the ones from Indominus. But honestly, like, that's weird to me that so many of these models are unique to this. That feels really strange. So, but I mean, they did the same thing with Indominus. Like, that has a ton of unique HQs in it. And it looks like that's going to be the same way. So, it will probably be a huge cost saving to grab this box, even if you don't want both forces, than it will to wait for them to be sold separately. So, alright, let's check out some of the paper stuff. Whoopah! And we're gonna do some of the building today too, because I am like super fucking excited to get some of these guys built. So we're gonna build some guys today as well. Alright, what do we get in the box? We get a bunch of papers. And then we get the Lord of Chunkington of all time, the biggest rulebook that ever did fucking exist. We've got this neat little cutout in the bottom, and then that's our bases. Alright. So we'll go ahead and we'll push this over there. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love it when they do things like this. I can't believe I didn't notice this earlier. You got all the models going around the side. That's so cool. There's the guy with his dog. I hate this guy's fucking head so much. There's the guy with his dog, and then... Oh, look, there's even different ways to paint the Stormcast. Ew, that all black Stormcast looks like fucking garbage. The blue one's okay. The all black one looks like shit, though. Look at that. And you got the all white one looks good. That looks cool. Well, he's like an off-white kind of like marble color. That's pretty cool. I like that. But that one's stupid. Also, I don't like Stormcast with human heads. I don't. It's weird. I want them to be lightning monsters, not people. But there's the big Chunguses. They've been scaled down. And there's the little grots and some of the HQs and stuff. Yeah, that's super cool if they did that. I like that. That's got a lot of nice presentation to it. That's super cute. Alright. So, I realized in one of my other videos, one of the things I'm extremely bad at is reading rule books on camera. So, I'm not going to read this rule book on camera. There are much better people on the internet than me who have done that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to open it up and point out a couple of things for the reason to get an actual rulebook over the General's Handbook. So, if you don't know, there is a more competitive focused book that came out called the General's Handbook. It has all the points for all the armies and stuff like that, and a bunch of modifications for match play rules. If you want to play competitive, that's pretty much all you need. It has the core rules in it. It's got everything in it. You don't need this book, right? Which has a fucking boss cover, by the way. There's Jindrasa being like crazy badass lady stabbing what appears to be a giant mound of meat with teeth and tentacles. So I mean that's legit. I mean, you know, that's a way to spend your weekend, right? What did you do today? I fought the giant mound of meat and tentacles. I mean, you can do that. But I'm not going to read through this rulebook. What I am going to do is I'm going to point out that there is a ton of beautiful art and lore and all kinds of cool fucking shit in this if you want to read through it. There is also an entire sort of catch-up section on what's happened in the lore. So, the story of Age of Sigmar, I'm not a huge fan of it because it's very high fantasy, and I'm not a really big high fantasy kind of guy. But if you like high fantasy, like, this is your shit, right? But the really cool thing in here is there is a start, basically starting from, like, from the beginning of Warhammer Fantasy, and then going all the way through the entire like lore history of what's happened, and where everything is today. And this includes all the supplements, all the like little, God, this book's fucking heavy, all the like little extra stories and stuff like that. Like all the big events that were covered in like all of the lore books up till now are in here. So like there's a bunch of stuff on tech lists, there's the big sexy centaur guy. And you got some stuff talking about the cosmos, how all the planets work together. And then it brings you up to modern age, which is the Dawnbringer Crusade. So in the lore, this is a point where, like, the forces of order are trying to reach out and, like, reseed all of the worlds that have fallen to chaos. They're doing that with these big, like, floating rock things. It's really cool. It's super high fantasy, but it's actually pretty cool. And then here's a thing on all the different realms. So if you like the lore and that kind of stuff, like, this is legit, right? Like, they did a really phenomenally good job with this. Every page has awesome art. Every page has nice little, pretty concise lore blurbs in it and stuff like that. And then you're going to get into the different factions. So these are sections talking about what every one of the factions are, where they're from, what they're like, you know, and then it's going to show you some pictures of the models for them as well. You know, there's the Blades of Corn, there's the big old Demon Boy, Disciples of Tzeentch, Hedonites of Slaanesh. That picture doesn't have nearly enough dicks in it. Here's the best faction. Oh, where is it? There's the best faction right there. Beautiful, glorious Ratman. It's the best one. There's a nice piece of art of beautiful, glorious Ratman blowing up dwarves as they do, because Skaven blow everybody up. It's actually a really cool picture of the Beasts of Chaos. And there's a big, like, spread of a Chaos army. And some other pictures of Chaos guys you could have in a Slave to Darkness army. Some Khorne, some Tzeentch. Got some Nurgle. Yeah, I skipped over all the order shit, because this is where the goodness is right there. Look at that. Look at that big screaming bell. That's cool. I love that. I got that model. It's great. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's ready to pound somebody with his big old rat hands. Good shit. But then you get into, like, the death and stuff. So you have a thing on sort of all the lore, where it's from, where it is today, all the factions, all the realms. Really, really awesome lore stuff. Like, hell yeah, +1. Oh, the Gits are also great. Let's look at the vampires. The vampires are really cool. I've been tempted by this model so many times. She's so fucking cool. She's like a big centaur bat creature. It's really legit. But anyway, that's vampires. Yeah, and then we got some Gits, who are also always amazing. And then we get into the Orcs, Ogre Mole Tribes, the big behemoths. And there's a picture of our boys as they stand. There they go. So, lots of great, cool stuff. And then we get into the core rules, right? So this is going to run you through the basics of how to play the game. And tomorrow, I'm actually going to do a how to play, or a let's learn this together, because I sort of only half know the rules. I've actually played one game of AOS 3.0 already, so my friend was very kind to struggle through a game with me, because he is an AOS like god, and I am not. So, but there's some nice new additions in this. Nice new additions. Yes, it's called fucking plastic crack. Now, nice new additions in 3.0. The main one being there's a lot of, like, events that happen in your enemy's turn where you get to do stuff. So, like, they're going to do something and you get to do a reaction to it. And it feels really good. And once you get those, like, reaction rules down, I think there's a lot of potential for really cool stuff there. Alright, let's see. Wizards, blah, 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 blah. Core rules, pitch battles, battalions, Legion's abilities, core rules. Okay, yeah, core rules, got it. Battle packs. There's an army spread, I guess, because they hadn't been some pictures in a while. And then we get into open play. Now, we're going to swap to this camera. This is something I want to talk about. This is not in the General's Handbook at all. The stuff on open play is not in there. Why is that important? What? Excuse me. Well, sorry, hiccups apparently. In this is actually a D6 rolling system. So, I play open war for 40k a lot. When I play 40k, it's almost exclusively open war. I like to play like combat or incursion, open war, so little games. And with that, you draw a card. You draw a card, and with that card is going to be your deployment. It's going to be how your guys set up, what you need to win, the crazy shit that can happen, and like stuff like that. This table here in Open War is those cards. It's very simple, right? So it's 1 through 6 for each thing. But when you think about 6 times 6 times 6, you're looking at a crazy shit ton of variation. And if they ever sell Open War cards for AOS, I will happily pick them up. Because this is really how I like to play. I don't give a fuck about playing match play at all. Being like a competitive set match or whatever doesn't fucking matter to me. Like if I get a match and my guys are screwed over because of the conditions or whatever, who cares, right? We'll play the second one after that. Like who gives a shit? So this is really like what I want out of the rules are these rolling tables. And yeah, I could have just stolen them offline, but I mean I'm buying the box anyway, so I'm gonna have the box. So, but yeah, this is the big selling point for me versus just by General's Handbook. So because of this, I literally have no reason for the General's Handbook. I don't need it. If I'm ever going to play match play, the person I'm playing against is going to have the book. I don't need to have it. So I am much happier to have like an open war kind of table. So not a lot there, but at least you get the tables, which is what I wanted, really. Then you have narrative play, which is sort of the beginning of Path to Glory. So in Warhammer 9th edition, they added something called Crusade. And give me 1 sec. There we go. Alright, I'm back. So in AOS 9, they added something called Crusade. Which is a cumulative narrative story that you build with your guys. So you start off with a couple of guys, right? Like this is my unit 1, this is my second unit. Then they go out and do some battles. And they get some wounds, they get some honors, they do good, they get stronger, they get weaker, you get points to add more dudes in. And you sort of build like intrinsically this big force. If you're starting a new army, like I am for the Aurochs here, and the Stormcast as well, this is awesome. Like this is super cool to play with your friends. And pretty much this is going to like walk you up to having like a big size army from little guys, and you sort of add on to it. Really cool stuff. Lots and lots of fun, like additional things you can add, like, oh, what benefit do you get from your stronghold? What do you get here? What do you get there? What quests are your guys going to go on while you're doing the battles, right? So your guys might get quests to get extra experience during the fight. So you might be like, okay, I know I'm going to lose this battle, but I'm going to kill that guy, and that guy's going to complete my quest and give me a bunch of XP. So cool stuff, really cool stuff. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It does look like it's going to be a little more complex probably than people really should start out with, but we'll see when I actually get into it and see how it goes. But it's pretty good. Pretty cool. And this again is also only in this book. It's not in the General's Handbook. Well, it's going to be in any of the core rule books. It's not going to be in the General's Handbook. So the General's Handbook is almost exclusively match play stuff. But lots of stuff in here for this Crusade system. I'm really hoping one of the local stores starts a Crusade. Starts a Crusade thing, and it'll be really fun. Alright, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. The Path to Glory Battle Pack. We've got some doodads. Then we get into a thing on matched play. This is the same stuff you'll have in the General's Handbook. Then we got, what else? What else is even in here? Oh, there's actually stuff for Siege Warfare in here. That's really cool. I haven't, I didn't see anyone mention that before, actually. That's really cool. Yeah, there's stuff for Siege Warfare in here. That's really cool. Then we get into an index, and then these are the Path of Glory thingies. So, awesome book for lore and art and stuff like that. And also really, really cool for the open play rules and the narrative play rules. If none of that interests you, and you're not going to buy Dominion anyway, get the General's Handbook instead of having this fucking tome to carry around. I'm interested in the open play stuff because I want those open play tables. That's the part I want. I don't care about the match play battles. I like the open play stuff. So, all right. Boom. Last thing to look at, and then we'll get building. And we'll try to build a couple of the guys up. Interesting. That has skew on it by itself. Okay. There is your points for the Stormcasts. So that's your point and your allegiance powers for the Stormcasts. And these are your cards for the Stormcasts. So you've got the big Chunguses. And you've got the guys with the halberds and the cloaks. You've got the people with the spears. There's the Banner McBannerton. There's Magic McMagicface. There's Doggy McDogface. And Spear Bitch. God, she even looks fucking great in that picture. Oh, she was amazing. I fucking love that model. I'm really, really tempted to try to turn her into something for my Sisters of Battle. Because, like, oh, she just is so good. Like, if Celestine didn't have the other, models that went with her, I would straight up turn her into Celestine. Because it's just so good. Alright, so there's the points and the allegiance profiles, or the allegiance abilities for the Gut Rippers. I will say, watching some battle reports with the Gut Rippers also sort of helped convince me to pick this box up, because I like... a lot of their stuff seems very simple. And I think for a new player, I think that's really cool. So we got that. So we got the Shooter Boys. We've got the Hobgrots. We've got Age of Spearmar. The big old tongue banner guy. We got War Chihuahua. We've got What Did It Cost? Everything. And the guy with the stack rod. Alright, let's see what we got. We've got, this should be assembly instructions. That it is. Alright. I do like that for a lot of these, there are alternate heads. So you can see it up here in the corner. We've got alternate heads there. I also like that Yndrasa's wings, they go on very last, because I do want to actually sub-assembly them so I can get in there and do some dry brush work on them. And make her look as fancy as she is. Alright. Oh yeah, you only get 3. How do you only get 3 but you have 4 halberds? How the hell does that work? Oh, I see. You can make alternate. You can make this guy drawing his spear, drawing his sword while he's holding a halberd, which is like LOLY. Or you can make the guy holding the halberd forward. I'm going to make the guy holding the halberd forward because that makes so much more fucking sense. Why would you draw a sword when you're holding a fucking halberd? That's stupid. So it looks like there's some variation here, which is nice. And then we've got our guys. I think the only one of the options for these guys is the killer boss. I think you can have a mace, like a flail, or a shield. I think that's the only real option we're going to get for these guys. Let's see, we got 10 of those there. Okay. So nice and clear instructions. Oh, do you... Excuse me a second. I have to settle my curiosity. Alright, so the Gut Rippers are a unit of 10. I wish they were a unit of 5, because then you would have actually gotten 2 battle line in this instead of 1. But apparently they're a unit of 10, which is fine. Ugh. And we have the Start Here War Amberstone Watch. What is this? What is this? Oh, I see. Okay, this is like a lore book, and I guess a getting started. Oh no, here's some lore for each one of the characters. There's the Chunguses. There's the War Chihuahua. Oh yeah, I guess this is just lore for the battle that's going on in this box. And then the guys. So this to me feels like there probably should have been like getting started battles in here too. Like you set up a commander, you set up, you know, 1 infantry, and you have a battle with that kind of thing. It feels like that should have been in here too, but I guess it's not. But it's all good. We don't need that. We're going to learn to play, and we're going to do it tomorrow, 10 a.m. Oh, scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Oh, okay. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Boom. Boom. Alright, let's build some suckers. Let's build some suckers. What are we gonna build first? Let's build some hobgrats. No, let's not build hobgrats. Let's build the Slitta boys. The Speary McSpearcraft guys. Oh no, let's build the archery guys. Yeah, they're right here. We'll build the archery guys first. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so this one, that one can go away, and then we need this guy right there. And we're going to need this. And we're going to need our glue right there. Okay. So, let's see. We're looking for I-26 and I-25. Oh, my nice nippers broke on stream the other day. If you ever want to watch a man try his hardest to continue to stream and not cry, that's the video to watch. Oh, that was a hard week. But stuff's getting better. We're doing better. We're doing good. We're keep on keeping on. We got a whole box of models, so I can't complain. All right. I'm not stuck in a swamp fighting stinky orc shitheads, so I can't complain. God, it must suck to be at the Stormcast, man. It's got to be a horrible existence. Because, like, literally Sigmar abducts you and then burns everything he doesn't like about you out of you. And then sends you basically to fight war for the rest of eternity. Right? Because even after whatever part of you is human is gone, you're still going to be fighting. You're just an automaton. Like, he literally is building automatons out of, like, the greatest heroes ever and making them fight for all of eternity. That's pretty fucked up. Like, that's a shitty, not nice thing for a god to do. Just saying, alright? I mean, I don't want to be an eternal battle forever automaton. That seems like it would be a really, really bad time to me, you know? But, hey. I don't worship the god of whatever the fuck Sigmar is the god of, so. Maybe someone's like, yeah, man, I wanna be a never dying, never tiring war machine that fights forever. Maybe somebody's like that, right? Maybe that person's probably mentally ill, but hey. Oh, my glue is clogged. Excuse me while I sound my glue. This is, I can't tell you what width it is because it doesn't say it, it wore off. I've had this wire forever. I use this for I use this, come on, get in there. I use this when I make barbed wire and stuff. I roll it myself. Or when I'm putting like rebar into stuff, I use this little wire. But it also fits perfectly to sound out my glue. So when there's a blockage or something from the glue, whoopah, just go like that. Nice and easy, and she'll work again. You know, don't have to worry about any fire or like heating the tube up or anything like that. Just pull the tube out, sound it, move on about our lives. Then she works good. So with these models, you have to be careful to not get too much glue onto the peg part, because if you do, it's going to create kind of like a gap where there's air in the peg hole and it can't get out, so you can't force the peg into the hole because of the air. So you just have to be careful about that. Where did my razor knife go? 1 second. There we go. So I'll have to clean these guys up a little bit better off camera, but that one was just bugging me. It was bugging me, so I'm gonna fix it. Alright. So there we go. So I'm gonna put a little bit here at the connection points, but like I didn't put any down onto the didn't put any glue like down on the peg because I don't want it to create that problem. So put a little glue on that peg. Alright, and then that goes into his chest. And this one goes into the hand. Come on. Like that. And then he's ready to snipe a motherfucker. Just like that. We'll put a little bit here to seal that gap. There it goes. He's got his big old crossbows. Excuse my arm. There we go. He's got his big old crossbow. Alright, let's figure out what side base he's supposed to go on. He's supposed to go on a 32. There. So I'm going to put some glue here on his foot and some glue here on this foot, because I don't want just the peg to be his only point of connection. Come on. There we go. They're really cool. I really like these minis. I like the archers a lot. I think they're cool. Let's build all the archers. That sounds like fun. Okay. So 127. This is this bro right here. I'll go ahead and clip this one out while we're here as well. There we go. And there we go. And this one's going to be the body for the other guy, so we'll pop that out while we're here as well. Does he? Interesting. No, he doesn't have it. Okay. This body has like a face. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's got like a face on the... No, don't focus on my nail. Focus on the freaking piece. Yeah, it's got like a face on the quiver. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Alright, so then we need this guy here. Alright. So these guys aren't many pieces of pop, which is nice. I know they are coming out in like what I think is a multi-part kit, which is pretty sweet. And he's going to need 29 and 30. So they'll have some different poses and stuff in that, in case you wanted to add another unit of these archer bros to your army. You could then. I'm excited to have a little bit of shooting, because the Skaven, like, there are shooting models in the Skaven, but they're all like metal models and shit, so I don't have any of them, because fuck that noise. So majority of my Skaven army is melee. I mean, most armies in AOS are melee, but so it's kind of cool to have a little bit of shooting. And then where's the next part for the next Bolt Boy? Let's see, he's 31 and 32. That's 11. Where's 32 at? 18, 32. There it is. So yeah, this runner is jumbled up all over the place. Oh. There we go. Alright. Then we're going to need one more piece for the crossbow, which I'm assuming is going to be this one over here. Man, all the chickens are making so much noise outside. It's like bok, 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 bok out there. Cool. Alright, sweet. Cool. Alright, let's get them built. Let's see, we got this guy here. Don't have any... little bit of a nub on the under of that helmet. We'll pull that off. Just like that. We'll get rid of that, so it's not a problem anymore. Then what do we got here? Got a little bit of nub here. We'll round that off as well. Just like that. Get rid of it. We got a little bit of a knob on the back here, which we can also round off. Just like that. Alright, let's get it built. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to have a little bit of shooting. Oop. So my plan with these guys is to essentially run like 1,000 points of them. Must be the other gun. Essentially run like 1,000 points of them, and then come on, there we go. And then when I want to sort of grow it bigger than that, probably add some different Aurochs in. Yeah, probably add some different Aurochs in, which are orcs, basically. Probably add some different one of those in. Oh, man. So, Alright, let's get him on his base. There we go. These are really nice and easy to build. I'm really surprised this isn't like a true starter set, right? Like, I'm surprised this isn't like coming with rollers and stuff, because like these models must be getting repurposed into like smaller starter sets like 40K did, because like they go together really easy, right? Like that was a really nice, easy, quick push built bro, you know? Nothing complex there at all. Right? And that's 2. I mean, it's almost the unit built already. They go together like butter, basically. So, just super chill and cool. Alright. So, let's add... I did break this piece a little bit, so I'll have to fix that. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Cute. And then a little bit of glue there. Let me hit this again. There we go. Just to fill that hole in that I broke. Okay. But yeah, so these guys, they're just going into Orc Warclans. So like if you wanted like a Maul Crusher or something, you could totally do that. You could totally take a Maul Crusher and then nothing but Bolt Boys. Well, I mean, army construction, you probably shouldn't do that, but you know what I mean. You can mix these guys in with the regular orcs, which is really cool. So, like, you could have these guys supporting some, like, some of the pig riders or whatever, and it'd be pretty sweet. So... there's a faction in Guild Wars 2 called the Sliths. They're basically like snake people. And they have this whole like kind of like underwater like slaver torture aesthetic to them. And I get very similar vibes from these guys. Which I think is pretty sweet, to be honest. There you go. So he's reloading. Reloading! That's what he's got going on there. Let's build... let's see. We've always been streaming for an hour. So let's build... is that another 32? Yeah, it's another 32. I don't know. Do I want to build in the Stormcast? I think we'll wait on the Stormcast. So I don't know exactly what I want to do with them yet. Let's build one of the Spear Boys so we can see them, and then maybe one of the HQs, and then we'll call it there. Alright, so there's the third Bolt Boy. Really, really cool models these guys are. They're filled with little detail. Look at all like the tools and stuff on his back there. All his like torture stuff, and then the face. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. So cool. They're going to be really, really fun to paint. And they're going to be a nice little bit of shooting, which is going to be very, very rad. Alright, let's build an HQ. Do we want to build this guy, which is like the mage guy? Do we want to build this guy, who's like the fighty guy? Or do we want to build the guy with the banner? Let's build the banner guy. Banner guy it is. Let's find banner guy. Okay. Alright. Banner guy's rolls. They're down here in this corner. Let's check those out. Alright. So it looks like he's all kinds of weird, crazy parts. Banner guy looks like he is. I like Banner Guy's face a lot. I think it looks really cool. It's very like primitive, and I think that's rad. I think they're trying to go back to the grimdark a little with these orcs. and with this edition, which I support, because I feel like that's something that's sort of been missing from AOS a little bit. I do think if they were going to do that, though, this box should not have contained Stormcast. This box should have contained new Cities of Sigmar models, especially given that all of the promotional material for this was Cities of Sigmar. There's a whole video about these guys, these orcs hunting Cities of Sigmar guys in a swamp. So the fact that like this box isn't a Cities of Sigmar kind of blew my mind. Not that I want Cities of Sigmar, but like I was like, why? Why would you do everything? Like, why would you make this video that's all Cities of Sigmar versus these guys, and then be like, JK, it's Stormcast? It's just weird to me. Because, I mean, I don't think anyone was like chomping at the bit to be like, man, you know what AOS needs more of? Space Marines. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the Stormcast in this. I think they look really nice, but like if you had done this as Cities of Sigmar, I think you would have really like that would have been a big win in my opinion. Alright. Let's get some of this together. So this piece goes in like that. That's fucky. Okay, and then the body attaches behind that. Dude, weird. Big weird. Big weird. There we go. Yeah. Went together weird, but I mean, it seems to hold just fine. That seems fine. No tropes there at all. Oh, I guess this is for the big boss. Let's see. What else? Alright, so I need this piece here, which is like the tongue and the bits that are hanging off the banner. So we'll clip that out as well. But yeah, I do like the idea that maybe it's trying to be a little more grimdark. Like I said, while I do like some of the AOS story stuff, particularly some of the faction stories, I think the Flesh Eater Courts, for example, have a awesome like god tier story. While I like a lot of the stories, the like overarching like stuff with Archaon, not Archaon, but like all the overarching stuff with like the gods and all, just doesn't interest me. I think it's supposed to be like this like Greek history kind of thing, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. I'm not into it. So if they're trying to like make it a little more grounded, I'm down with that. But yeah, you can see really well the body proportions and how they're a little more stretched, how his torso is a little bit longer on this guy. I think that's really cool. He also has a really cool face. It's just super bestial and nice. Alright, he's going on a 40. Let's get a 40. And he will actually get a plant or something on his 40 with him, but I'm not going to put that on right now because I want to look at all the options before I put one in. Because these guys, they're supposed to be like swamp orcs, which I think is pretty cool. But they would also work really well as like desert orcs. I think they would work super good as desert orcs. So just throwing that out there if you're thinking about trying to do like different styles for them. I think they would work really well as desert orcs in addition to swamp orcs. because they've got all these like coverings and wraps and stuff. I think it would look very deserty if you painted them that way. Come on, come on, come on. Get in the hole. There we go. Yeah, so there he is. That's the Merc Knob with Belcha banner. I like this shield a lot. It's really cool with the 3 asymmetric eyes. He's got that really vicious looking sword there. Pretty awesome. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna join building the orcs. Let's keep going. Might as well do the last one that's on this runner. Might as well do the big war chihuahua. Since he's the last thing on this runner, we might as well do it. Alright, so we need I1 and I2, which are right here. One. I love this creature. I think it is super rad looking. It just looks like such an angry little bastard, you know? That's what I like about it. Like this, it's got this tiny little face with these itty bitty little eyes. Like, you know, that's why I think calling it Chihuahua is kind of fitting, because like, I don't think this thing has ever been happy in its fucking life, right? Like, it just looks like the meanest, nastiest, like, sons of a bitch you ever did see, right? And it's like, there's like bigger creatures in the mortal realms and stuff, right? But this thing's got real like fucking honey badger vibes to it, right? Like, you see like a bigger monster like run away from this thing that's like half its size, just because they know it's such a just grouchy motherfucker. And I like that. I think that's pretty rad. Nubs for the inside of the jaw, pretty annoying to get to, not gonna lie. There we go. So pretty annoying to get to. Really sad my fucking things broke. Now. Alright, let's see. We've got this guy. And this is going to... How does that go? That goes like that? Alright, that goes like that. But yeah. God, you know, I could totally straight up paint this like a honey badger. That'd be pretty legit. That'd be a lot of fun. And like literally just have it be a honey badger. Ooh. And be like, Nashtooth don't care. Nashtooth don't give a shit. You know? That'd be fun. That'd be fun to do during games too. I think my opponents would get a kick out of it. Because originally I was going to paint this red like the Slim Jim dog, whose name is Odogaron. I was going to paint this red like Odogaron. Because it like body wise it looks a lot like Odogaron from that's a creature from Monster Hunter, by the way. It's this big red like meat dog creature. I always thought it looked like a Slim Jim, so I always call it Slim Jim dog. But I was originally going to paint him red because of that, because I thought it was kind of fitting, but I don't know. Painting like a honey badger might be a lot of fun. You know, with like the white and the brown and the black. Or do it in like a dark gray with the black and all. That might be pretty cool. So yeah, so that's the face on this sucker. Come on. It's a nasty looking like shithead monster. Like straight up. Like it looks like a douchebag. Oh, I love it. So good. Alright, so we got that. And then let's see, we need 15 and 16, which are this one here, and that one there, and Trying to see which one of these are pegs, because I don't want to clip the pegs off. So that one's not a peg. There we go. Let's check. Opa? Maybe? No? Okay. Alright. It's just checking the stream, making sure everything was okay. Because I've gone over that hour mark, so I just want to make sure, you know? Alright, there we go. There we go. That's that big section there, and then we're going to need this section of like the wall. So yeah, I think doing these as like desert orcs might be a lot of fun. I'll need to modify like some of this terrain though that they're standing on. But I think it might be kind of cool. But at the same time, let's see, I7, which is his donger. I'm going to sculpt a bigger donger for it because that's what I do. But we're not going to do that right now. We'll do that later. I don't feel like getting green stuff all over my hands right now. But yeah, doing these as desert orcs might be a lot of fun. I think with all the coverings and wrappings and stuff, it might really look really good. And have them be like desert raider kind of things, I think would be pretty sweet. From like a headcanon kind of perspective, you know. But at the same time, actually doing the swamp orc aesthetic might also be really fun. Because when you do, oh no, part of his tail broke. Rip. When you do like swamp stuff, you get to break out like you know, fake moss and like all these little like, plants and stuff, and that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, Ripperoni, little bit of his tip of his tail broke off. It's a shame. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this on here like that. Boom, boom, just like that. Then we'll glue this wall on. Boom. That's pretty cool. Just like that. And then, let's see. So, that's his, like, modesty dong fluff. He's gonna get a way better dong than that. Just saying. It's what I do. Sculpting dongs. It's like my #1 pastime. Everyone else is like, oh, I learn all these crazy painting techniques, and I become amazing at the rules, and you know, I'm like, I sculpt dicks. But yeah, he's gonna get a way better dong than that. Just saying, throwing it out there. All right, throwing it out there. And let's see, we got this guy. I'll go up on the other side here. There we go. A little dab there. Again, we don't want to fill those holes up with glue. We don't want to do that. So then we'll create an air pocket underneath, and that will be bad. And there we go. And let's see, the head then attaches in like this. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hold the head in. We'll put a little bit of glue here in the lip here just to seal that as well. So again, you don't need to glue these models. I'm just doing it to help seal and to give them a little bit more firmness. There it goes. Just together like that. There's his cutie mark. You can see his monster cutie mark. See his monster butt. And there's his honey badger don't care, honey badger don't give a shit face. It is pretty cool. That's really neat. His banner here is made out of flesh and actually ends in a severed hand. That's pretty vicious. I like it. These guys do have lots of like vicious like monster trophies all over them, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's get him down on the base. So I guess he's supposed to go like that on there. Yeah, that's how he's supposed to go. All right, let's get him down and then we'll build the guy. Because it'll be easier to hold him with the base because he's a spiky motherfucker. And I don't need to be getting stabbed in the hand by my orc honey badger. There we go. There we go. So here's the orc honey badger. Pretty great. And then, oh, stretchy, stretchy, stretchy. All right, rolling back into place. Someone's setting off their car alarm because that's wonderful. Please go hit your car alarm, person. Beard, 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 beard. You know, that's supposed to just tell you that something happened to your car. And that you're supposed to go check it. Oh my god. I apologize for the moron that hit their car alarm and is just letting it run. So, if you're listening and listening to that wonderful car alarm like I am, I'm sorry. So, I live by a shopping center. Really? Fuckhead. Nasty pieces out. There's a little plants. I'm just going to leave them on there for now. No, I'll clip them off so I don't accidentally throw them away. That's what I'll do. Then I can ditch this runner. There we go. Alright. Alright, we'll put them off to the side because then I can ditch this runner. So that's the first dead runner of Dominion. Alright, throw it on the floor apparently. Alright. There he is. There's our boy. It's me, your boy, murdering guy. Where did that back piece go that I had earlier? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Ah. Oh, how does that fit? That's weird. That. Yeah, it goes like pegs down? That's weird. Okay. It's still going off! Oh my god. Alright. There we go. And then this. Hold up, I'm trying to decipher these instructions here. Decipher a Reno. Because this connects up here somehow, oh, like that. Okay. I didn't think that would hold in at all, but like as soon as it fit into place, it just was like boom, and it's now in there solid. Interesting. Okay. You can see it's connecting there in the back as well. We'll put a little glue on that. Brush off some of the details. Yeah, okay. And then we've got this here, which is his chest piece. Put some glue on that too. But yeah, so you get the 10. You get the 10 Spear of Age Mars, or Age of Spear Mars. You get 20 Hobgrots. You get basically 4 HQs in this box, which I'm going to be super honest, pretty awesome. Oh, shit. I'm going to snip that off now because it's going to make my life easier later. Yeah, so you get the Merc Knob with Belcher Banner, you get the Caster guy, and you get a Fighty guy. So however you wanted to play, if you wanted to make a 750 point list out of this, however you want to play these guys, you have an HQ for it. Which I'm going to be super honest, is really cool. And a really, really nice bonus to this box set. Come on. There we go. Wow. Alright. So now he also gets... He gets his head. And then... Alright. This is the tongue for the shield. His Ahigo shield. Where it's like... We got that one. That's right here. There it goes. And that's going to go on the back of this arm. And then he's going to get his head. It's going to connect right here as well. Wow. And then we'll put the head on. There it goes. And that's the Killer Boss on Great Gnash Tooth. Or Killer Boss on Honey Badger. Yeah, so I do like the idea of painting it like a Honey Badger. I think that's fun, so we're going to do that. He's got a spear, because of course he does, because this is Age of Spear Bar. So, there he goes. Cool. So, we built a lot of these orcs today already so far. There we go. Do we want to build some more? Let's see what else we have to build. Orcs. Let's build one more guy. That's... Ooh, that was weird. That was really weird. Does it sound okay? Yeah, it sounds fine. Weird. Okay. So let's see. We have we've got this guy down here, the fighty boss, or we have the magic boss that we could also build, or we could just build a regular shithead. Let's build one regular shithead just so we can see the size of them, and then I'll go ahead and call it. So that's the fighty boss. He can go over there. This is the pot boss. He can go over there. That's that. There we go. All right. So let's build one just regular stab guy. So we'll build the first guy here. We'll build Gut Rippers 13A. So he starts at 48, 49, and 50. Some of these guys look like they're diced into way smaller pieces than the boss and all was. There's 48. Okay, 48. What are the ones am I looking for? 51, 52. Because they're all over the place. These guys are numbered. There's 52. He's got a real cute shield. Oh my god, I love the cute shields. There we go. And then actually here's his spear too, so that works pretty good. Okay. 13, 17, 26, 5, 8, It's 5, 6, 10, 4, 26. Looking for 49 and 50. They should be big pieces. Oh, here they are. Okay, clip those out as well. Just to build one of the standard guys, because this is going to be your battle line unit when you play with these guys. Because weirdly, the Hobgrots are not battle line, which kind of confuses the hell out of me. So, people that don't know, battle line is like, that's like your standard troops. So in Age of Sigmar, you always have to have at least one unit of battle line if you're playing on the lower games, and then it goes up from there. So let's see, he's got his Adorbs shield. Oh my god, I love it. So cute. Alright. So here's the body. Let's, yeah. Let's see. And then we do 49 and 50. We'll glue one side at a time, just to make our lives a little bit easier. There we go. There we go. Country roads. Take me home to the swamps where I can murder. Imagine there's probably murder swamps in West Virginia, straight up. So, just saying. You could totally make these hillbilly orcs. Ironically, a game called Malifaux actually has a whole faction of hillbilly orcs. They're actually really cool. They're probably actually like one of the coolest factions. Because like a bunch of their units are just like pigs, or like orcs and Daisy Dukes and shit. Like, you know, part of it is like seeing the stereotype and then playing into it kind of thing, and I think that's pretty cool. Come on. Why don't you want to sit? You're not sitting for some reason. Why not? Come on, everything else is just sat like perfect. Why do you not want to? Tell me now. There we go. He's got a pretty bad seam there in the shield, which I'm not super happy about. We'll hit it with some glue and then I'll hold him down in a sec. Go. Pull some of that excess off, and then, yeah, he's not sitting together super well there, which is obnoxious, but put some glue here. Then I'll put the head on. Maybe the head will help hold it in, maybe. Yeah, he's a little bit of trouble sitting, but not terrible, but like a little bit annoying. Then we'll smear that off. Yeah. He's an angry looking fucker, man. That is one angry looking douchebag right there. He's like, get out my swamp. Oh god, you know someone's gonna paint these like fucking Shrek. That person's not gonna be me, by the way. I ain't doing that, no, but you know somebody is. They're gonna get a billion likes on Instagram for having Shrek cruel boys. Ay. So yeah, there's a standard guy. Alright, so let's look at what we looked at. So that's the standard cruel boy. Alright, and they're all going to be in different poses, but that's the kind of ideas you're going to have. And then we've got the Merc Knob with Belcha Banner. Right there. He is wonderful. And then you've got 1 archer, 2 archer, 3 archer, They're pure gold. I love them. And then you have the killer boss on Great Honey Badger right there. So I'm probably going to be assembling the rest of this box for the rest of the afternoon. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it there. Because I want to get some stuff to drink and some stuff to eat. Get myself a little snack. I decided to weave it up this weekend and get myself some Pocky. Gold. So I'm going to get me some Pocky. And yeah, but that is the Dominion box set. There's so much still to build. I've got 9 more of these guys. Just on the orc side, alright? I've got 9 more of those guys. I've got 2 more HQs. And then I have, let's see, Stormcast HQ, regular HQ. This box has 2 HQs on it and 3 like elite troops. This is 3 elite troops. This is 20 guys for the Cruel Boys. This is 10 guys, or this is 5 guys, and this is another 5 guys for the Stormcast. So lots to build still. You get so much in this box. It is ridiculous. But it's also pretty great. Really, really cool box. Oh, I was, just to show it off, I was messing around with maybe paint ideas and head ideas for the Stormcast. So, still a long way to go. This is my demo model from that Stormcast 1.0 box I got. I decided to break out a couple of the adjudicators and try some ideas out on them. Nope. There we go. All right. That's where I'm going to call it here on my Shrek Boys. And I'm going to go get me something to snack on, and then I'm probably going to get back to working on building them all up. Because tomorrow, 10 at HST, Hawaii Standard Time, I'm going to be building, or I'm going to be playing AOS 3.0. I'm going to do a little demo game, maybe 250-ish points aside kind of thing. I'll probably play the Cruel Boys and something else, maybe my Skaven, maybe some demons, something like that. But, nice little fun little demo game. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it there, and I'm going to go get me some good ones, and then, excuse me, get these guys all assembled. But hopefully this was interesting and fun to watch, and, you know, it was a good time maybe, I don't know. But tomorrow we'll play, and it'll be a fun time. But have a good one, and, yeah.